guys, and welcome back to Loud Violet. I'm just hoping that everybody on the Loud Violet gang is fine, it's doing okay, and is keeping safe, taking all those safety precautions and measures that we have been advised to take. Today we are going to be doing reviewing the word has gone. So I was thinking and I kept wondering, what should I do, what should I say, what should come number one, what should come number two. I just decided to randomly pick it. These are not lessons that I'm not giving it in order. Like lesson number 2 is not necessarily the second lesson that I learned, but I'm just thinking of what like should come first and what shouldn't. So basically lesson number 2 on this week's why do I keep saying Lesson number 2 on this week's series of learning on the job is going to have to be given to the things that do not require money. There are certain things that do not require money that can win you favor in business. You do not need to have money. You don't require money to smile. You don't require money to be hospitable. You don't require money to be welcome. Like, I think those are the main topics, main 3 things. I mean, those are 3 things that I'm going to focus on for this particular lesson: smile, hospitality, and welcome. I think welcome is under hospitality somehow, one or the other. But I had a meeting with a good friend of ours, and he's a businessman. I think many of you all know him. He is what do they call them? CEO? Should I call him CEO? CEO Mandela Group of Companies. That is City Oil, City Tires, Java's, Mandela Millers, Savers Supermarket. Not Java's, Cafe Java's. Do not mistake it for Java House. I feel like I've told you that before, guys. Anyway, yeah, so he was telling me, when I was asking him, I had like a low-key interview with him, and he was telling me that those are one of the things I feel like when you that's one of the things that he prioritizes, things that money can't buy, like things that don't require money. And I feel like everybody that has been to Java's, especially, even City Oil, or even when you get into the offices at City Tires or wherever, you can testify and be able to actually say that, yeah, definitely a smile, their hospitality, and their welcome. So he told me that is a lesson that you need to learn to train yourself in your mind and train your staff, because at the end of the day, if you train yourself and you don't train your staff, the staff are the ones that get into contact with the customers on a daily basis, and more frequent than you actually do. Well, maybe him. My case, okay, yeah, it's actually not. I got his point. My case, I do stay at the saloon. I spend my days at the saloon. The snack bar is right opposite the saloon, like I said already. But I still do not get to have as much contact with the customers. At the end of the day, it comes down to your staff. So if they do a bad job, you've done a bad job. When they do a bad job, you lose your customers. You lose your customers because they didn't give the service. You do not need money to tell them, guys, smile. Imagine getting to a place and somebody just says, "Hi, you're welcome, you look lovely today. What may I get you? Were you looking for somebody? Should I sit you over here? Where would you like to sit? Would you like to sit inside? Would you like to sit outside?" Or even something as small as welcome. In the case of the saloon, welcome. Maybe not welcome, because that's like very official, but like friendly gestures. Hi. How was your day today? In Luganda, usually we say, because sometimes the locals come around and not everybody can speak English fluently. So the first thing that we always go by before you know that somebody speaks English, we start with the Luganda's greeting, like Jebale Kosebo Wanji, like what's up? Yes. I can't translate for you guys. I'm like the worst person to do that. But yeah, you see the person and then don't just watch them staying at your entrance, at the entrance of your, I don't know, office or the venture, whatever type of thing that you have going on in your business. Invite them. You have to be inviting. You have to give them that attitude that would invite them to come in. Example number one, on the day of my launch, I understand that people were busy. The saloon was very busy that day. Everybody was occupied. All the seats were occupied. Just no, it was crazy, and I thank God for that. But there's a lady that came later in the evening. If it wasn't for my mom to save it, I think she would have gone away with like a bad what's the word, reputation, is it? A bad impression. Yeah, her first impression wouldn't have been a good one. And you know what they say about impression, it always lasts. First impression always lasts, and it's so hard to have to take that out of somebody's mind, or especially when you're a new business. You do not want to give a bad first impression, because that one person can lose you 5 other people, and that's on a minimum. So this lady comes in and comes to the entrance, and well, I was at the snack bar because the snack bar was also busy, and talking to a friend, and I didn't know what was going on. Like, we were just getting ready to wind down with the launch and the activities that were happening in the saloon. So then my mom just comes running. She's like, what's going on? There's a lady that just entered the saloon and nobody cared about her. So I'm like, what? How come? So I get in and everybody's busy, so I can understand. But I would also expect that there are times when I go into Java's and people are busy, everybody has something going on, but they're always very keen to look at the customer to ensure that they give that inviting thing, service, hospitality, that welcome that like will want you, that makes you feel wanted, like, you know. So this lady gets in, and my mom called her coming out, and she's like, well, I walked in and people seemed to be busy, nobody cared or gave me any attention, so I just decided to come out. So, you know, my mom then goes like, oh no, we're so sorry, we are so sorry, I am so sorry, how can I help you? Do you need this? Like, my mom doesn't even know anything. Okay, she doesn't really know, I can't say that she doesn't know anything about the saloon, but like, she doesn't like have that knowledge. I don't also have that knowledge either. Neither either. But like, she just, like, you know, you pretend that for a moment they just hospitality. You don't have to know to go to school to be hospitable, really. I mean, people do study that stuff, and that is like when you major in it, but like, it took her nothing to just give her attention. What do you need? How may we help you? Okay, please have a seat. Let me just call somebody. That's when she came to me. There's somebody, this, that whole story that I just gave. And then obviously I had to drop the conversation I was having with a friend of mine. And then I had to leave him there for a bit. And then I went to attend to the lady. And then I just told her to give us a minute, give her some water to drink, you know, just something, just give her attention and fast for a minute until she's finally comfortable to sit down. And eventually she was happy with the service later, because then the girl who worked on her, she's very good and she's like very engaging and blah blah blah. So basically those things of like engaging with your customer when you're talking to them, it's not just that, oh, I've come to the salon, sit. No, it can be, I've come to the salon, sit, oh, how are you, how was your day, oh yeah. And then sometimes they want to engage, sometimes they don't want to engage. But like, if they have to engage in gossip, people always say that salon people always have gossip. I try to minimize that at my place, so I tell them they can gossip with the customer. Like, it's supposed to be like a home, you know, like it's supposed to feel homey, like family or something when you get into there. So we want to give that. So try to ensure that people are made to feel at home when they come to get into your businesses. Just always remember that there are things that are not just a smile, welcome, and hospitality that do not require money. Thank you so much for coming back to Loud Violet. I will be here again to see you guys next week. Do not forget to subscribe. Whoa, and oh, I forgot to whoa, yeah, and like this video, share please, in case you know that friend that has that new business venture, or if you're thinking of starting or starting a new venture, or even just you, maybe in your workplace, and you could have a few ideas that you could throw into that suggestion box. Please do not forget to share my video. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and I will be here once again next week.